1 billion years is longer than human imagination was ever meant to hold. It is a span of time so vast that landscapes vanish, mountains rise from the crust only to crumble again into dust, and stars themselves drift into new constellations before collapsing into memory. But on this cosmically distant horizon, we find ourselves standing on a world once thought barren, silent, and forever frozen in rust: Mars. Yet the Mars of 1 billion years in the future is not the Mars we know. It is not the dry desert photographed by robotic rovers or the frigid wasteland mapped by orbiters. This future Mars has been reshaped by the slow and relentless work of stars, gravity, orbital drift, and the stubborn persistence of humanity. What was once a world of red sands and whispering winds is now a canvas painted by forces both natural and artificial. To imagine living here is to step into a future beyond the limits of civilization's memory, beyond nations, beyond species, beyond the fragile moment in time we once called the present. It is to witness a world transformed by eons and molded by life that refused to die. Over hundreds of millions of years, Mars changed, not in sudden leaps, but in subtle geological sighs. Long after humans first arrived, long after their cities grew, collapsed, and rose again, the planet was slowly reshaped. Artificial atmospheres thickened, oceans spread, then froze, then thawed again as the planet's orbit shifted. Ice caps migrated. Volcanoes that had slumbered for ages awakened briefly, reshuffling the geography before fading back into dormancy. By 1 billion years into the future, Mars had become a world sculpted by both nature and the descendants of humanity. Its skies held a faint, fading warmth, colored by dust that had been cycling across the planet for eons. The temperature was warmer than the ancient Martian deserts, but still colder than Earth, a crisp chill that whispered reminders of the world Mars once was. But life had taken hold, not the fragile, engineered ecosystems of early colonists, but robust biospheres adapted to the thin air, low gravity, and long seasons. Forests clung to craters that had once been seas. Microbes swam in aquifers buried beneath layers of sediment. Strange, hardy vegetation grew in low gravity, stretching into spiraling forms that would collapse under their own weight on Earth. Life had carved a place for itself in a world that once resisted it. To live on Mars 1 billion years in the future is to walk among relics older than most continents on Earth once were. The earliest colonies, domes, habitats, and glittering solar arrays have long since eroded into unrecognizable shapes. The first terraforming equipment lies buried beneath kilometers of sediment or transformed into monuments by civilizations that rose and fell long before your time. Walking across the Martian plains, you would find fossils of machines rather than animals. Towers half consumed by rust, fragments of ancient sky bridges, and the skeletal remains of megastructures built by early Martians. Structures that crumbled not because of neglect, but because 1 billion years is simply too long for anything to withstand the shifting sands. Yet the people of this era do not mourn these ancient ruins. They revere them as the earliest chapters of a story still being written. Life here has become deeply intertwined with the planet itself, adapting not just physically, but culturally. To live on Mars now is to feel time in a way humans once feared, to understand that civilizations are temporary, but worlds endure. Above, the sky is no longer the rusty orange that early explorers documented. Instead, it glows with a soft, pearlescent hue shaped by suspended aerosols and the changing spectrum of a sun in its middle age. The constellations are almost unrecognizable. Stars have shifted across the galaxy, scattering like seeds caught in a stellar wind. Phobos and Deimos, the tiny moons of Mars, are artifacts of an earlier time. Phobos has long since shattered, leaving a faint ring that glows like pale fire around the planet. Deimos drifts farther outward, fading slowly into the darkness, destined to escape the pull of Mars entirely within geological time. Their stories are written across the night as faint arcs and shadows, reminders of celestial bodies that lived and died. To the inhabitants of future Mars, this sky is home, not the blue of Earth, but something uniquely theirs, a sky of ancient dust, quiet starlight, and cosmic history unfolding in slow motion. Humanity did not remain unchanged over 1 billion years. Evolution sculpted new forms, subtle at first, then profound. Bodies adapted to low gravity, taller, more flexible, with bones reinforced not by mass, but by engineered biology. Lungs processed thinner air. Eyes adjusted to dimmer sunlight and the soft, pale glow of a star that had grown slightly brighter and redder with time. The descendants of humans were not alien. They were simply the next chapter of what humanity had always been: adaptable, resilient, curious. They lived in towering cities carved into the cliffs of Valles Marineris, in floating arcologies suspended over ancient crater seas, and in subterranean networks warmed by geothermal pulses. Their cultures were built around the rhythms of a planet whose days were similar to Earth's, but whose seasons stretched unbearably long. A single Martian year marked childhood. 3 constituted a lifetime. And the passage of time was measured less by days and more by the slow migration of stars, the shift of ice caps, and the ancient cycles of planetary life. By the time 1 billion years had passed, the sun had changed. Its heat had increased by several percent, small in human terms, but monumental in planetary terms. Earth had long since become hostile to complex life, its oceans boiling away in the relentless heat. But Mars, once frozen and starved of warmth, found itself in a sweet spot, a world revived by the slow brightening of the sun. For a time, this created an era of abundance. Oceans reformed. Rivers carved new pathways across the plains. Seasons softened. Life flourished in ways early colonists could never have predicted. But this golden age would not last forever. The sun's growing intensity was a promise and a warning. Mars too would one day become too hot, too dry, too unstable to support life. Yet for now, in this era, this brief, billion-year bloom, Mars was a haven, a world that had waited patiently for its moment and finally found it. Living on Mars 1 billion years from now is not simply an act of survival. It is a testament to the endurance of life itself. It is the culmination of eons of adaptation, innovation, and persistence. It is proof that even in the face of cosmic forces far beyond human control, life finds a way to endure, to evolve, and to dream. The red planet is no longer a symbol of desolation. It is a chronicle of cosmic time, a monument to what humanity once was and what it has become. Its landscapes are tapestries woven across epochs. Its skies are stories written in starlight. And its inhabitants, descendants of a species that once walked on a blue world long lost to history, carry forward a legacy that spans galaxies and ages. The universe will continue its slow, indifferent drift. Stars will die, new worlds will form. The sun will one day transform into something unrecognizable. But life on Mars, this version of life, stands as a reminder that time is not the enemy of existence. It is its greatest canvas,